Hey there, real quick, before we begin, you're about to watch a live stream, which means you're really kind of behind the scenes here because these lessons are usually watched in the archives, but you're here for the live taping of them. So if we mess up really bad, we're probably going to chop that out, but you're going to get to see all of our bloopers and mistakes. We'll also chop this off, so no one is going to see this part of the lesson but you. And because you're behind the scenes, you're probably going to ignore my instructions when I say, like, pause the video and go practice or whatever. You can if you want. It's just that everyone in the chat room then will be in different places in the video. That's fine. When you want to join us live again, go down to the bottom of the video, click on the live button, and that should take you straight to where we actually are now. So now here comes the part for everybody else. I'm really glad you're with us. The archives are fine, but my favorite is talking to you live. So see you in the chat room. Welcome back to KidsLearnPianoLive.com. My name is Jamin, and as you can tell from the countdown clock here, the lesson is about to begin. If this is your first time playing piano, welcome. I'm very excited for you. You're going to do great. Hopefully you already received from us the welcome packet in the mail, and maybe you even got started on the Absolute Beginners video pack to teach you the names of the notes and things like that. But if not, that's fine. You'll do great. I'll show you how to play all the notes. And if I'm going too fast for you, you can always pause the video or rewind it and go over the more difficult parts. You can always pause the video or rewind it and go over the more difficult parts. And even if you only learn a little bit of this song and you don't learn the whole thing, you'll still learn enough to help you build skills so you can learn other songs faster in the future. So jump in, give it a try. You're bound to end up at least a little bit better than you even are right now. Throughout the lesson, I may refer to Clopple Academy, and you can check out that link on the website if you want. Basically, it's a program that takes you all the way from learning the names of the notes, the very beginning, through 12 levels of classical and jazz music, through all the skills that you would need to become a professional pianist. So you would learn all the same stuff that you would learn if you're taking regular traditional piano lessons, probably plus a little bit more, but it takes about 5 to 10 years to complete. So you can just try out the first level, see if it's the kind of thing that you like, or if you just care about today's lesson and learning this song, then just ignore all those references and focus on today's lesson. If you're watching this at LearnPianoLive.com, there should be a PDF and an MP3 button right next to this video. The MP3 is a play-along track that you can use to practice more after the lesson, but a lot of students like to print out the PDF right now so they have it during the lesson. Careful, it could be up to like 30 pages, so just find the couple pages that you want and print those out. If you decide not to, that's fine. I'll show you all of the notes on screen as we go through it. And we will be going through 5 different levels of this song that all use the same play-along track. So even if you've never played piano before, you'll still be able to do level 1. And then as we go through level 2, 3, 4, and 5, then when we use that same play-along track, you just keep playing your same version. If you're watching this lesson in the archives and you have a question during the lesson, then feel free to click on that survey button. And at the end of the survey, there's a place for you to ask your question, and I will do my best to get back to you with the answer to that question. But if you're with us live as we're recording this today, then feel free to click on that chat button, and you can talk with all the other students who are logged in during the live lesson. And if you have a question about the lesson, then you can just go ahead and type that into the box that says, Ask Jamin a Question, and we will do our best to answer that question live in the lesson. All right, I think that's the end of the boring stuff. I'm ready to learn a song. Stay tuned at the end of the lesson and I'll show you how to win more points and earn more prizes next week. But for right now, let's get this party started. Welcome back to KidsLearnPianoLive.com. My name is Jamin, and moderating the chat room is the incomparable Kendra.
Guess what? The first Kids Learn Piano Live lesson that I ever did was Hakuna Matata, which is also from The Lion King.
Wow. I just watched that video, actually, this week.
Really?
Yeah. That was a long time ago.
Yeah. I think I was the in-studio student.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. It was a trip. I do not recommend anyone go back and watch any of those super old lessons.
They're fun.
They were fine. Anyway, they're slightly better now. So today we're going to learn another song from Lion King. And this is the original animated version of Can You Feel the Love Tonight, which is also a song by Elton John, but the words are different when you go to Elton John's version. So you got to go to the movie version if you want to hear this song right here. Oh, with a full speed, eventually, when you practice it, it's going to sound like this. See, we're still learning. 3, 4. Eventually, we'll get there. But if you've never played piano before, don't worry, you've got this. I'll show you all of the notes one at a time. Here we go. First note that we need is a G. And in order to find a G, you just need to notice that on the piano we have groups of 2 black notes and 3 black notes. 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. So the black notes are all grouped in 2s and 3s. If you take any group of 3 and take the middle note, any one of those, and drag it slightly to the left, that direction, we call that down, then you'd land on a G every single time. And that's the first note. And then after that, you're just going to skip over the next note and then go on to the next note. Those are the first 3 notes of the song. If you can find a group of 3 black notes, you can take the middle note, drag it slightly to the left, slightly down. You're going to play that one, and then you're going to skip over the note next to it, and then you're going to play 1 note down. And those are the first 3 notes that you would play while you say out loud, "Can you feel?" So those are your first 3 notes. The counting on this is going to go 1 and a 2 and a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we play those notes and say those words. Let's try that right now with the track. If you're in the archives, then press pause on the video and practice those first 3 notes, all that you need until you think that you're ready. But if you're live with us, just make sure you're hanging out on that G. Definitely get the first note, and if you can't get the other 2, that's all right. But everyone, play all the notes that you can, and don't worry about the ones that you miss. Let's go. 1 and a 2 and a 1, 2, ready, go. Can you feel? Yeah, okay, cool. Then we're just gonna play those first 2 notes that we played at the very beginning, can and you. Go ahead and kill the track there. Can you feel the love is gonna be G and E again. So those same G and E that we had before is gonna show up right there. Can you feel the love? Now, these next ones are not going to be that D, but we're going to keep on skipping just like we are right now. We went from a G, we skipped down, we're going to skip down again, and then skip down again. So we're skipping over a white note each time. And those notes right there are the ones for the love tonight. And if you can play that much, there we go. We got Can You Feel the Love Tonight. The first 2 are the same as these ones. The last 2 are the next skips downs. Okay, cool. So then that is honestly a lot of the song right there. It's kind of a long-ish song. We're going to go 4 lines and the 3rd line's kind of long. But with that section right there, that's the most popular part of the song. So you're kind of most of the way through the part that most people know. After we get down to this A, we want to go 1 note farther to the left. And if we take an A and we go 1 note down like that, we land on another G. It's not the same G as this one because it's a high G and that's a low G, and that's why this G right here, there's so much distance between that note and that word because it's way, way up high. But this one right here is super low. So that G right there is going to be a really low G. Like we said, that direction is low on the piano. That direction is high on the piano. So we're going to play 2 of those actually and say out loud, the piece. Cool. Try that on your own right now. Okay, cool. So then after you've skipped down, then we play the piece. This next one, before we skipped over 1 note. This time we're gonna skip over 2 notes and we're gonna do that twice. So we're gonna go the piece, just watch this. We're gonna skip over these 2 notes and land right there. And then after you do that, we're gonna do the same exact thing. Skip over 2 more notes, those 2 right there, and land right there. So we went from piece, the, Eve. All right, cool. And right about now is where people who at the beginning of the lesson were like, yeah, I can do this. I'm playing all the notes. Start to feel like, no, slow down. I can't play all those notes. That's perfectly fine. You can come back and rewatch any of these parts all that you want. The goal is not that you can play the song perfectly, but that your brain understands what you need to practice this week so you can start to work on it. And usually, as you work on each new section, like the next section makes more sense. So if I start losing you, that's fine. Just keep working on the section that you need to work on. The, piece, the, Eve is those first 4 notes there. And then from that F, we're just going to go down 1 note and then down 1 note. And that actually is the first half of the song. That's the first 2 lines. As soon as we go down to that low, low G again, right there. And that's the. Okay, so the first 2 lines along with the track. If you're in the archives, of course, press pause, practice up the first 2 lines. If you're live with us, then just get all the notes that you can. Even if it's only the first note, that's okay. Just get all the notes that you can. And if you miss a bunch, don't worry about them. Let them go. Here we go. Getting ready on that G. 1 and a 2. And a 1, 2, 3, go. Can you feel the love tonight? The peace the evening brings. Now we're gonna go way down to that low G and say out loud the. Okay, cool. Now from the, we're gonna go up 1 note to this A right here. The world. That's those 2 notes right there. The world. Skip up to a couple C's. 4 once. And again, if you're still practicing the beginning part, that's fine. You can come back and watch this anytime you want. 4 once, and then we're gonna play both G's, but check this out. They're not the same one. This is the low G, and then we're gonna go up and play the high G. So the low G and then the high G. A big old jump right there. So you'll wanna practice that, finding those G's in perf. There we go. In perfect harmony. That thing that we did before, it was right up here where we had to like skip. Same exact thing right here. Skip. We do have 2 C's in a row here. So when you get to the C, maybe pause there and play it again. If you don't, that's fine. You could ignore that note right there and play perfect harmony. Cool. And then we're almost done. You might remember this thing right here. Once you practice up those 3 notes right there, we want to play that same thing, F, E, D, after we play 1 more A. So again, this skip thing right here, G, E, C, C, A, A. We have 2 C's and 2 A's in there. So if you wanted to skip this note too, you could, and just have 1 G, 1 E, 1 C, 1 A. But if you play both the C's and both of the A's, that'd be cool too. Perfect harmony with, and then we're gonna do that thing that we did before with the F, E, D. All its live, and then we play 2 C's and we're done with the whole song. Whew. We'll need to practice it still because we're probably not ready for the track yet. But once we play 2 C's, right there, that's all of the notes, and it's just a matter of practice time until we get it down. So I had a feeling he'd be jumping in, letting us know this is our last time through on level 1, but on level 2, 3, and 4, you still get to practice the song, this version of the song. So everybody get all the notes that you can. Don't worry about the rest. Let's go. Starting on that G, and a 2, and a 1, 2. Here we go. Can you feel the love tonight? The peace the evening brings. Okay, all the way down to that G, and we're gonna come up to the A. For the world. For once. Low G, high G. In per, skip. The ending line. Things. Okay, cool. That's all the notes. We will get to more practice on those notes, eventually adding in some left hand and stuff like that if you want to do that, or you can just keep on doing this version. But first, Kendra, tell us about our weekly activity.
This week is the treble clef spelling, and if you write the names of the notes, they all spell words. Find the words and tag Learn Piano Live when you post a picture on Facebook or Instagram for an extra 150 bonus points from our mascot penguin Clopple.
Yeah, and if you're in Clopple Academy level 2 or higher, I think you probably would be able to complete that one even by yourself. But there's that little chart there to help you with that one, even if you're on Clopple Academy 1 or you're not in Clopple Academy at all. But we do have some birthdays we want to celebrate. If it's your birthday, happy birthday, and Clopple wants to tell you too. Happy birthday. And let's do a little bit of mailbag.
If you'd like to win an extra 750 points by being the mailbag winner, just fill out the survey at the end of the lesson or send us a message anytime during the week using the contact button at the top of the page.
And this week is from Moki Yu, who says, Dear Jamin, how do I know what level to start at? Well, if I was you, I would start at the very beginning on this level 1 stuff, even if you're like a level 2, 3, 4 student. This is a great place to like kind of cheat and pick up some extra notes, even if you know how to read sheet music. So I'd recommend everybody starts out at level 1. But here's my real recommendation. There's this thing in your brain that while you're playing, like it starts to fill up, and at some point you start to feel like this internal brain stress of like, oh no, I think I'm about to mess this up. And if you're feeling like that, and you're not feeling like, I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing right now, but you have that feeling of like, wait, no, hang on, that's where you need to practice. So if you find that at level 2, then work on level 2. If you find that feeling at level 3, then work on level 3. But you want your brain to feel like, wait, no, hang on, if you have that feeling, then that's where you should be practicing, because if you're practicing something that's way too hard, your brain's gonna be bored. You're gonna feel like, whatever, I don't know what in the world any of this is. And if you're playing stuff that's too easy, your brain's gonna feel like, I don't know, this is all way too easy. This isn't a challenge, this isn't fun. So if you've got that feeling like, wait, no, I think I'm messing up, then that's perfect. That's where I practice. It's like right at the edge of like, I can almost do this, but not quite, I'm still messing up a little bit. That's where you wanna be practicing. So pick the level that makes you feel like that, and not the one that's depressing, like, I'm just always messing up and I don't know why and I can't fix it. But if you are feeling like that, if you're feeling like that, then let me know, because I want to help you out. But if you're feeling like that, like, oh yeah, this is all way too easy, then let me know, because I don't want anyone to feel like that either. I want everyone to feel about like that, like, oh wait, hang on, I've almost got it, but I need you to slow down. If we could practice that a little bit more, then you need to be practicing that a little bit more. And everything else is just secret information.
Secret information.
All right, so here's some stuff about this song that not everybody knows. Not everybody needs to know. Most people aren't ever going to find this out. But here's a little bit of information about this song that actually, if you're a Music Lessons in a Box subscriber, you already have this folder, so you probably already know this stuff. But for the rest of you, the first thing in this month's music profile is that songs that start with a C and then a G chord can actually usually use a B in the left hand. This isn't making any sense to most people. That's why it's a secret. Let me show you. If you move on to level 4 and you see these symbols at the beginning, right here, you have a C and then you have a G. Most people, especially people who are working on level 3, are gonna play a C in their left hand and then play a G in their left hand. But you'll know if it goes C and then G, you can play C and then a B B instead of a G. So just don't play G. You can still play the G chord if you want, but in your left hand, just play a B instead. So when later on when I'm playing this, I'm not gonna say anything about it, but you'll notice when I'm playing this song, for like me, my version of this song, I'm not gonna play the G right there. I'm gonna play a B in the left hand, even though my right hand is still playing the G chord. I'm gonna be playing a B right there. So check that out, because a lot of songs are gonna start with a C and then a G, and a lot of times if you watch me, you'll see me cheating and not playing a G there, but playing a B instead. And the second thing in our secret information folder is the first verses. Oh yeah, so hopefully when I played this song, you're like, hey, I know that song. But maybe a few of you were like, hey, that's not how this song goes. That's because this thing right here, I had to change it. Right here. Right here, it goes F, E, D, C, C. And when I play it along with the track, that sounds great. But it's actually ending on a D. So if you're gonna play a song with the movie, you might want to go to a D as the last note right here instead of the C, because I had to put a C in order for it to sound like a complete song, but when they do it in the actual movie, they go to a D right there. So that C is kind of a lie, but shh, don't tell anyone. The third thing in our secret information folder is that G chords at the ends of the lines can be suspended. This is a super cool trick that works on almost any song. So if you ever have a song where like on level 4, or sometimes we put it in level 2 or 3, the end of the line, if you see anything like in this section over here that is a G chord, like this one right here, like this G chord, you can actually turn that into a G suspended. Let me show you how to do it. It's really super cool. It's gonna sound awesome when you throw it into your own songs. This is a regular G chord, as it says in the level 3 stuff. So if you're playing chords, you're usually playing a G and a B and a D. But if that G shows up towards the end of the line, you wanna move this B to a C right there, and it's gonna sound like that. And then you can move it down to the B. So play this instead. This isn't a real G chord. This is a G suspended chord, is what it's called. But you're gonna play that one right there, and then play the regular G chord. It's gonna sound so cool, not only on this song, but on any song. Anytime you have a G chord that's at the end of the line like that. Well, that's all the secret information in this folder. That means it's time to find out who won the raffle. Maybe it was you. So sadly, the lesson preview has come to an end, and it's time to say goodbye to everyone watching the free streams. Of course, paying subscribers at learnpianolive.com can continue watching this lesson and several hundred others like it in the archives. So come on over and check us out. And if you like what you saw, at least like and subscribe, and then tell your friends to head on over to learnpianolive.com to start enjoying this journey with us.